Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for September the 13th, 2011. Now, to get started tonight, we're going to be looking at orange juice futures, specifically the September contracts. What I want to bring up and show everybody, I've split the screen here. Now we have a lot of volatility, what's going on, a lot of noise in the market with the Eurozone and the default, with possible default of Greece. Now you can see how the equities are selling off, but what I want to point out here is that basically the orange juice futures are following what's happening with equities. Now we're seeing a little bit of a recovery actually on the equities going into the close. My opinion is they will continue to slowly recover. Now again, we can see that when orange juice futures sold off, so did the S&P 500. As the S&P 500 started to move higher, so did orange juice. But what we can see is a significant amount of support here sitting at this 165 level on these orange juice futures, and a fairly significant amount of support on the S&P 500 sitting around that 1120 area, approximately 1120, 1130. So when we look at this closer, what it suggests to me is that this base on orange juice futures and this possible base on S&P 500 will send both of these higher. But what I want to point out is basically it's the exact same trade. So from here, what we're going to focus on is the orange juice futures contracts. Now looking at the chart closer, you can see that I've drawn a makeshift line there. I'll draw that a little better here so everybody can see this. This is basically shows a support line sitting at about 1135 on the S&P 500. So when we look at this in relationship to the orange juice futures, we can see again a considerable amount of support sitting at these candles down here, and we're going to use this level as an area to at least, for the very least, we're going to put our stops there. So from here we're going to start and put our other indicators in and really have a closer look at. Now, looking closer at this, we can see that our predicted MACD and our predicted TSI are still suggesting that this has upward momentum. We have a significant amount of support. This pullback that we're seeing in orange juice futures, in my opinion, is nothing more than noise out of the Eurozone and the sell-off in the equities. This happens at the start of each week, and then usually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have a rally in the equities and the softs, and a number of other markets also. So we're going to continue to play this. Now, looking at our crossovers, we can see that our short term is down, our medium term is not crossed over to the downside. And we can also see that our long term is not crossed over to the downside either. This is warning us that this uptrend is, or this reversal, this move higher is still in play. So from here, we're going into our daily report from Vantage Point and having a closer look at this. We can see we have 166.19 for our low, 169.11 is our high. So we're going to play this for tomorrow, 166.19. We're going to be looking at going in for longs, and again, looking at these charts, this is telling me that the short-term stuff is reacting to what's happening in the Eurozone, but the medium and long-term indicators are saying, whoa, wait a second here, we're still in the same upward movement. We just have to, let this news work itself out of the market, and that way we can get back to the real price. So again, for tomorrow, we're going to see a lot of volatility this week, especially over the next 24 to 36 hours, in my opinion. But I also think that Greece will not default, the equities will recover, and in return, the orange juice futures will recover. So that's our first position for tonight. Now, our second position for tonight is going to be in the dollar-yen currency futures. Again, we're still seeing some volatility here. We've closed at 77.26, but again, my opinion is this is short term. Our predicted MACD, our predicted TSI is still pointing higher. Predicted short, medium, and long-term differences still above that zero line, and we can see that we have a significant amount of support sitting at the 76.35 area. So all stops in the dollar-yen are going to be below this level. If we look at our crossovers, our short term is not even crossed to the downside. Our medium term still to the upside, our long term still to the upside. Nothing has really changed here. So taking all this noise out of the market, is this still potentially a good trade? In my opinion, yes it is. So let's look at what has Vantage Point had on their predicted highs and predicted lows. We can see that it's broke the predicted low today, but it really hasn't broke it by that much. So for tomorrow, let's go in and have a look at this daily report and see if we can fine tune the entry point. We have 76.88, 77.81. we're going to buy the low and we're going to sell the high. So by sell the high, I mean we're going to exit the trade. We're not looking to go short here. I believe that the dollar yen has plenty of room to move to the upside, potentially well up over that 80 mark again. So this is kind of a position trade that we've been playing for weeks now, several weeks, almost months now. We've been playing this range between 82 and 76, and that 76 level continues to hold. So for now, for tomorrow, 76.88 we're long. We exit out around 77.81, and then we'll look to repeat. I tell this to my own clients. We'll be looking to repeat this again in the latter part of the week. We don't want to complicate trading. As long as it's trading in a tight range like this, we want to continue to make money every day on trades like this. So with that said, these are the market positions for September the 13th, 2011. And again, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.